And are we live? And we are live.
We are live at
Yes,
the
sir. We are live at the Primal Texan Experiment Podcast Studio Room. What do you think the new or the upgrades to the studio?
Primal Texan Experiment. Looks beautiful.
Changes
It
the
has
lighting
definitely upgraded.
from the very first time you were here.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna post something?
I'm gonna check in. I'm gonna make it seem like we at Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse. Just check in at whatever.
A night of inspiration.
Yeah, I'm sure they would like that.
Yeah. So what's up?
We were talking over the phone like we were gonna have this. We were having that interesting conversation on the phone, and then we decided to save it
for the podcast so it could be natural.
Yeah, and we were going on about. Well, I asked you, what is it really like to be like a comic?
Is it? And you said, is it satisfying?
Is it satisfying?
And I wasn't.
And you weren't too sure about what I meant by that. What I basically mean is it worth putting up all the hassles and consequences of doing that type of work, and as well as is it gratifying? Because when I see you or any other comics that go on stage, like y'all just look so free, so like limitless on the possibilities of what y'all can do when you're up there because you're free. You don't have a boss. You don't have any type of person that you're really working for other than yourself. You're your own boss. You're free. You have your own freedom to do what you want. Like, is that satisfying?
It is. It's very satisfying as far as it feels good for people to really like your craft. Mm-hmm. You put something together and people appreciate it. It's been like therapy to me. You could pay somebody a whole bunch of money to tell your problems to, or you can get paid
and get people to laugh at you
and tell people your problems, and that is way better. I love doing it. Hey, God, mommy. But I love doing it. And but there is like dark sides of doing comedy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you were telling me that
it's not all ha 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 ha. People steal your material. It doesn't have insurance. I'm pretty sure there might be some type of program for performers out there that does insurance, but for years I didn't have health insurance. My kids, we was on Medicaid, stuff like that, and comedy is not consistent. I make a lot of money one month. I might not make a lot of money the next month. You know, and when you get older and start having bills, you start you have to make decisions. And early on, I started comedy in my early 20s, and so I was able to kind of like make sacrifices, lose a few jobs, and make some unwise decisions.
Yeah, because you were telling me if you were to start comedy today at 30 years old,
I probably would have made it.
Yeah, because you want to make sure that you have insurance for your kids. But what would you say to someone that's getting into it late that doesn't have necessarily the same responsibility?
Now, there's a lot of people that get into it late, and a lot of those people are already established as far as they have a family. They might be retiring, or so they have extra time on their hands, or they have help at home. Mm-hmm. They have a wife to watch the kids so they can go out and do comedy, or they have a husband to watch the kids so they can do comedy, or they have someone that's really supporting them. They have like extra money to be able to compensate. Like, they're not worried about the money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't have a rich dad. I'm a single father, so
yeah, it takes up quite a bit of your money and time.
It's rough. Just the hate. You know what I mean? I deal with a lot of haters.
But isn't that really, where you improve your craft on?
What I'm saying is, a lot of stuff that I do it for me. Mm-hmm. But some stuff I specifically do for the haters. For example, like when I get booked at clubs, I really shouldn't be posting my paycheck that I get from the club on there, but I do it because there's a lot of people that do shows, but
they don't get paid, or
they did a guest spot, and or
so you just want to kind of rub it in their faces, like,
yes,
hey, look, this is what I'm doing
I'm
now.
petty like that. Yes, just
hey,
let y'all know.
Somebody,
I didn't go for exposure. Just to let y'all know, I was actually a hired performer on the show.
That was that show you went to Dallas for, right?
I know Dallas, and I've done a couple other shows.
Okay.
Where I always post me talking to the manager, filling out W-9s. You know what I mean? But I'm about to take it to the next level. I'm about to take it to the next level. I'm about to turn my comedy into a business. I'm about to buy an LLC, about to get a website.
Yeah, I saw you were talking about that on Facebook. You're getting your old business back. I didn't know you had a business.
I used to have a business in the mall. I used to be married to a Jewish girl. And we had both bought a business. It had a kiosk. We sold speakers at Ingram, and we had another kiosk where we sold airbrush tattoos. We only did it like seasonal, like during the summertime or during like the holidays.
Yeah, during peak seasons.
Yeah. And I remember getting an LLC, so I want to know if I can reopen that up, because it's $300 for an LLC.
Ooh.
But I'll be able to start claiming, if I need a shirt for a show, I can claim it on my taxes. If I need a meal,
okay, so that's why I'm driving your business, so that way you can start claiming.
I'm gonna start investing into equipment. I do most of my shows inside of a comedy club where it's very professional, but every now and then I get booked at a real shitty bar gig, and sometimes they don't have a spotlight, or they might not have a mic stand, and a lot of that stuff really messes with me now. Back in the day, I didn't care. I just wanted to get on stage and perform, but I need all these things to be lined up. So before I purchase all that stuff, I want to put it under my LLC so I can claim it. And another thing of what I want to do with the equipment, I want to rent out the equipment. So if someone we got a show, we forgot that they didn't bring the speakers. Well, it's gonna be $25-$50 an hour to use my speakers. You know what I mean? I don't know how. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have chairs. I'm gonna have a stage.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm gonna be able to have
when someone books you that has a small venue, you'd be like, look, I want these lights, I want this, but you don't have it, but I can offer it to you for this much, this price.
Or I already have it in my car, and let's say if I show up to the gig, oh man, y'all don't have y'all sound guy couldn't make it tonight, so we're gonna cancel the show. Well, I actually have all my sound in the trunk right now, but it's gonna cost y'all some more.
There you go. Yeah.
So
always planning for the future.
And then I want to throw my own shows. But like I said, comedy can be very stressful. Bombing. There's been times where bombing. I don't remember all the times that I've done good, but I can tell you about. I remember every single time I've done bad, and it's very depressing. Sometimes it's good to get that. I need a good humbling. You know what I mean? I get cocky sometimes, and it does humble you, but the experience of bombing is a nasty experience. And there's some performers that they bomb a lot.
Yeah.
And, people talk shit. I've talked shit about comics, you know what I mean? And it's just, there's a lot of negativity in the comedy scene. It's just the audience doesn't always see it. I like to say we have tears of a clown. We're smiling on the outside, but we're dying on the inside.
When you text me that, I was all like, man, is he telling a joke or is he being serious?
Yeah,
I was all like, I didn't know how to take that. So
my favorite comedian in the whole entire world was Robin Williams. And when I read about his life, he felt like he didn't achieve enough. He was to me, he was very successful, but he suffered from depression. And not just Robin Williams, but there's several comics that I've read about, I've met, or there's several successful comedians that I know that they look like they're doing good, but they're paying $30,000 in child support. They don't have a good relationship with their kids. Some are alcoholics, but they're still successful. You know what I'm saying? You see them in the limelight, but behind closed doors, it's not always good.
It's not always a pretty sight. What you see on stage is basically the person at their happiest. But So you feel pretty happy when you're on the stage, when it's just you and that mic and in the audience? Like, do you feel like you're in control of the atmosphere of the room?
Yeah, I'm not really that funny. I'm not funny. I know how to sell a bad joke. I know how to make the audience like me. I'm just very likable on stage that I can make the audience do whatever I want them to do. I've been performing so long since I was a kid. I was in theater arts and stuff for several years, and so I know how to work a room. So another thing I want to do is I have great ideas. I just don't know how to write jokes. Like I wrote some of my jokes, but really I think my jokes are bad. I'm just really good at delivering my jokes, if that makes sense. So I'm being honest. Yeah, if I can get me a writer, and I've seen the opposite. Like I know how to I'm good at getting gigs.
Yeah.
I'm good at talking to a promoter, a manager, a owner. You know what I mean? I'm one of the number one working comics in San Antonio, but I don't think I'm the funniest comic in San Antonio. There's several talented comics.
It's just that
they just don't know how to like network. Like you saw me at the club last night.
Oh, yeah.
I really don't like going to the club, but I have to do that because they need to see my face. Hey, what up?
You know what I'm saying? He likes to be out and about. He likes to party. He likes to have a couple drinks.
Not so much he likes to. They just, the more like they see you, oh, we need a comic. Cliff. I can't explain it. I don't know. Some people don't understand it, but for example, like with your podcast.
Yeah.
It's been very successful. Congratulations. Top 3 podcasts in the city. Top two? Yeah. Oh, sorry for getting loud.
Nah, I'm excited. All good. It's all good. I got it to where it's settled.
It's only been around for like 6 months, maybe less or more.
About less. About almost 6 months. Almost.
Dang. So.
And this is the 10th episode, so second place. It's not bad.
Yeah. No, but let's say if you want to reach a different audience or get sponsors, you'll open up the San Antonio Kern or whatever may have you, and you'll look at what events are going on in San Antonio. And you
like Fiesta, Niosa, those are the type of events that are coming up.
Yeah, and you have your little flyers. Hey, check out my podcast, or just networking, talking to people, maybe even getting a sponsorship, getting Top Golf to sponsor you.
I went to South by Southwest, and I went to their gaming and live streaming convention that they were having there. Talked to a couple of people, but they're just like a lot of them are from California or like the tech giants, like they come down here. So I mean, they had a lot of great information. I shared a bunch of things that I knew about my podcast and everything, but it's just like they're way up there on that level. I'm still like down there.
Yeah.
So it's still networking. It's just like I don't know. I guess I'm not ready for that kind of networking there.
Yeah, and that's what I've been doing. The reason why I'm so successful with comedy, you know what I mean? I'm not like trying to be like famous or nothing, but the reason why I get the gigs that I get is because I know how to talk to people. I know how to connect with somebody. I know how to.
You know how to walk up to a stranger, just have a complete conversation with them, and
just win them over, and
yeah. I mean, you were getting people to vote for your for most awesome stand-up comic here.
For example, and I'm honest. You know what I'm saying? I keep it 100. I got a lot of people that support me, but some of those votes, I was going into places saying, "Hi, my name is Clifton Simmons. I am a comic. I'm in a contest. I know this is random, but can you go to culturesa.com, please? Please, 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 please." All right. Scroll down. Vote for my friend, Gregory. And vote for me. That's Awesome Comic, Texas. I was literally doing that. I did that. I probably 100 of my votes came from me going up to random people.
See, I did that a couple times, and then I just felt a little awkward.
It felt weird. No, not everybody does it though.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I was getting a lot of my votes. Not from all. It wasn't all those votes are not from my friends or family.
Yeah, I think that's where most of my votes are coming from, just friends and a couple family members. But no, I wanted to, when you said like you're upfront and that you're honest, it kind of reminds me of this book I've been reading. It's by Jordan Peterson, 12 Lessons to a Good Life.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the lessons was what is it?
Be honest.
Always tell the truth, or at least don't tell a lie.
Because the reason why I'm like that, because for a long time I was somebody that I wasn't. I tried to be a person, what I thought people wanted me to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm black. You know what I'm saying? So let me try to be like a thug. Let me thug it up, or let me do some black comedy, or even outside of the comedy world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, because I'm a very spiritual person. You know, I used to keep it on low that I love studying the Bible and trying to follow different stuff in the Bible. I used to keep that on. I'm very open about that, and with my jokes, with how much I get paid, how I get shows. I'm honest with myself. Like, I know how I get shows. I get shows because I'm gonna bring. Not only I'm getting paid to be on the show, but I'm also gonna bring people to the show. They didn't book me because I was funny. They booked me because
you can bring people.
I could bring people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Their drinks, their food.
Yeah,
yeah.
And my people are gonna buy. My people are gonna spend money. So, what else? I know, like I said, I know how to win people. Like, I know my talent. You know what I mean? And like, I talk about my experience being a single father. A lot of people, like you or friends, a lot of people see my Facebook and think that I'm just doing it big. And like, oh man, everybody always be like, oh, I see you're blowing up.
Hey,
man.
you're on Broadway, man.
You're
that's
doing big
big
things.
You're on the way. You're
you know what
starting to do big things.
I have 2 cars, which is hey. One's broken down in my driveway. The other one is a Toyota Corolla. It's a clunker. Am I really doing big things? You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're spending your money on other things.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm starting to invest my money. So, I've came a long way. I really have came a long way. If people really knew my real struggle, but I'm not doing it big. People think I'm just balling. People think I got money. I don't have money. I make money, but I spend a lot of money.
Hey, that's what we all do. We all make money, but we all spend it.
Because I don't only do comedy. I do. I'm a wedding officiant. I do funny weddings. I work the door at the comedy club. I got this new job where I give out samples. And
what is that about?
Dude, it pays really good.
What is that about?
I want you to do samples? Yeah. You know how the people that give you liquor at the liquor store, little samples?
Yeah.
I'm basically doing that, but with like food, energy drinks, and like it'd be at different events like NCAA, and I'm like, and I wear their shirt.
Yeah, I could do that and just spread my word about my podcast.
Yeah, you put like have like under their information, you slit your podcast.
Yeah, just slide it under, all sneaky like. No, I wanted to jump back to like when you were talking about why you like to be honest, and I wanted to go that it talked about in the book that if you're lying, that if you lie your whole entire life about who you are, what you are, that when you actually start trying to tell the truth, you have nothing to go back to. You have nothing to build yourself off of something because you just told yourself a bunch of lies. And then I forgot what, because he talks.
What I'm afraid of is getting called out or put on blast. Mm-hmm. I'm afraid of the truth coming out, and for every lie you tell, you gotta tell another lie. And I couldn't.
And then you got to keep up with those lies, and then you start to lose yourself in a web of lies, and then you don't know who you are anymore.
Like when I had 2 shows that I was booked and paid for in New York, and the first show got canceled.
Yeah.
Deep down inside, I really didn't want to. I didn't want to post that. I wanted to say, "Yeah, the show went well. I did my thing."
see, that's what I got to do though.
But like, I was afraid of like someone finding out the truth. So,
see, even though this podcast is still small, like even time anybody like cancels, like I say it, like, oh, this person canceled, even though, because I hate posting like gonna do a live podcast such and such date, and the person cancels like an hour or 2 hours before, so I'm like, well, I gotta either go live or just post that I'm canceling or postponing the show. And it's very hard. It's very difficult. That's why I just went ahead and just did the standalone podcast with just saying a couple things. I mean, it's only like 14 minutes, but it's real uncomfortable for me to talk about myself because I feel it unnatural just talking about myself. I mean, I know I'm talking to into the mic and whoever might be listening to it later on, but it just I'm not very comfortable talking about myself just because.
Are you private?
No, I'm not private. It's just I don't like to. I can't think of the word, but I don't want to make it think like I'm just doing this just to express my own voice. Like I want to share other people's stories. Like I don't necessarily want to share my story, but I'm more than welcome to share my story in the conversations with other people. Because I mean, it's just like we can go a long ways back because we can go back to Pease Middle School. We can go back to I remember you telling me about all those people that have Marbach exit 7.
Exit 7.
Yeah, now that's no longer it's no longer exit 7. It's like exit 6 for the time being.
Yeah, it's like exit 8 for a while.
Yeah,
it's probably gonna go back to being exit 7.
Oh yeah, well, but it would be hilarious if it doesn't.
That's hilarious though.
So where are you planning on doing next? I know you were talking about your business. What exactly are you going to do with your business?
What I'm going to do with my business is I want to start helping other comics. My business is just for giving me something to build on for the next 20 years. Because I'm not really good at too many things. This is what I'm good at, is stand-up comedy. And so I want to have something to leave the kids with when I die. But eventually I'm going to quit comedy and I'm going to be a manager for comics. Like I said, I'm not that funny. I just know how to get gigs. So imagine if I took one of these like really funny dudes.
Yeah.
And I pushed them like how I've pushed myself to get gigs. If that person blows up, they get to be a millionaire. I get a percentage of whatever they make, but I'm not in the limelight. I don't want to be famous.
Why is that? Why don't you want to be famous?
Because I love being able to go out to eat.
You can still do that. I mean, if you become a famous comedian,
I don't want to. I love getting out my bed and throwing on some like shoes and going straight to the grocery store with eye boogers in my eyes. And oh man, you should have saw Cliff, man. He falling off. He looking rough.
Man, there's some comedians that I follow that do that exact same thing. They just roll up. They even post about it. They just roll up out of bed and they just go to the store and people don't even notice. The people don't even recognize them.
I want to be Ain't You Famous. I want to be, hey, ain't you that one guy in that one movie? I don't want to be like super famous. Like if I get famous, I want to be famous on my own terms. Like I want to like have control of my fame, to where I can still live a normal life. I don't want to be stupid famous. Like,
so wait, you think some of those top comedians, they don't have a normal life?
A lot of them don't. A lot of them, people trying to sue you, and you know what I'm saying.
Well, I mean,
it's a. I don't know. I just know I don't want to be like stupid famous. I just want to have certain credits. I want to teach comedy. Like I'm everything that I'm doing for the next couple of years is gonna be a lot of stuff. What I'm doing is for the future and not so much now. So when the time does come when I'm not doing stand up, I have something to fall back on.
Yeah, you still got that change coming in.
Let's say if I'm not doing comedy, but every now and then I want to get on stage. You know what I mean? I've helped these dudes that I can just, hey, can I get a little guest spot on your show? Or, you know what I mean? Or I feel like performing. And that's what's going on now. I perform where I want, when I want. I perform with whoever I want. If I really want to work with somebody, I can make it happen. Like, I've gotten that. I'm not trying to sound cocky, but I've gotten that powerful. If I really wanted to work with a certain comedian, I'll figure out a way how to work with that comedian. I've worked with almost every celebrity I've ever wanted to work with.
Like which celebrities? Name some out.
D.L. Hughley, Tommy Davidson, what's his name? You know who I haven't worked with? Don't want to work with? Louis C.K.
Louis C.K.
and
Really?
Bill Burr.
Even after? Are you gonna go see Bill Burr?
Dog, what do you mean even after? Like that, I love him even more. That is me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can relate. Now, I haven't done the stuff that he did, but like, you know what I'm saying?
I know.
I don't know why people were so shocked because he talks about it in his act.
Yeah, he did. He did, and like he always tell people like, "Hey, you want to watch me jack off?" And they're like,
I didn't see. I really didn't see nothing wrong with it because you knew who they knew who they were hanging out with. It's in his act.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like I did not at all. I didn't feel. I liked him more because unlike everybody else, he admitted to his mistake
before he was accused of anything.
Yeah.
That's what I thought was interesting. It's like even all the other comedians they talk about, I'm like, well, that's Louis. That's the way.
I don't understand. I don't understand why they even tried to make it a thing. Like,
nah, he'll be back. I always knew like he would be back, and I think he's already got like a couple gigs lined up.
Oh yeah, he writes for a lot of. He wrote a lot of Chris Rock and stuff. So but that's kind of famous. I wouldn't mind. Is Louis C.K. famous? Louis C.K. can still he takes care of his kids. Yeah. He only performs on certain days.
He has his own jet, man. His own private jet. That's how much money he's making.
But what I'm saying, he created his own network. You know what I mean? He's not like he's not signed to like. I'm pretty sure he has some type of contracts, but he's like he owns him. I want to be able to. I don't want to be somebody's bitch. You know what I mean? And when you make deals, when you sign deals. Oh yeah, what's up?
What's going on?
I didn't know people was watching, man.
They're watching you or watching me? Oh, watching the podcast.
Yeah, he's gonna come back, man. I think he's already back personally. We got my man out in Dubai.
No kidding.
I'm gonna try to book him. He's from San Antonio. Please forgive me if I get your name wrong. I think it's Ty Pascal. It's TAI and then PASCHALL. He's from San Antonio. He's actually putting San Antonio on the map. I thought I was that dude. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you could be that dude.
Dude is going from country to country. You know what I'm saying? And I looked up his videos last night. Dude got a lot of views, man. You gotta get him on your show. But
well, send me his,
I'll send you his info. He's gonna be down here this upcoming week.
Hey,
but
you like that Boomerang?
Nah. Boomerang.
Yeah, I got that Boomerang from an Aborigine in Australia. I think it paid a little too much, but it's all good. It's for a good cause.
Save the lizards.
Never thrown that one. I've tried throwing cheaper versions, and I can't get them to come back, even though the instructions say if you throw it the right way, it will come back to you. Because they use that to hunt like all types of animals over there. So,
what?
Yeah, they make them different sizes. Like if they wanted to like try to like take down a kangaroo, it's like a huge like boomerang about
this. That's tight, and you can reuse them.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else do we want to talk about?
Oh, sure, dude. We can talk about whatever. But yeah, no. Let's. Have you ever experienced someone stealing your jokes though?
Yeah, but I'm very chill with it. A lot of people can have similar stories. I've seen where someone that has never seen me before have the same joke as me.
But it's not word for word.
It's not word for word, but
it's the same concept of the joke.
Yeah, I've seen that happen. So that's why I try to write a lot different so it could sound more original. But early on, what I used to do, and I'm guilty of it. A lot of people won't admit this, but I'm pretty sure everybody's done it. Early on, what I used to do was I would take a joke and rewrite it and make it my own. But I don't have to do that no more. You know what I'm saying? I've done that before.
Yeah. Like, how would you rewrite it? Just break it down, change it.
Yeah, just change it up. But I could never do that now. I'll get castrated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, by the other comedians in the back
Yeah,
or something.
they might not even say nothing, but I'll be so paranoid that they're talking shit. Like,
Well, yeah, because you just said earlier all the comedians talk shit about all the other ones. Like,
yeah, and they show love too, but like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people talk a lot of shit. So,
well, I always say like any feedback, good or bad, is always good feedback because then it tells you, it gives you direction to go on. It gives you a path to follow. Because if you're just going and no one ever gives you feedback, how you know you're actually doing good? I mean, you, like you say, you may just have people just laughing at you because you know how to deliver the jokes. But if other comedians tell you, like, hey, man, you need to work on your jokes, like, you know how to get the people to laugh, but you need real better jokes. Has anybody ever told you something like that? Or because you say you're not funny?
I mean, I kind of.
Or are you just being rough on yourself so that way?
I'm being rough on myself, to be honest with you, but I am funny. But
Nah,
it's just there's a lot more funnier people out there than me that will never ever get their props.
You deserve to be in that top 6 going to finals. I mean, there was one of them that.
Yeah,
but
I'm gonna be honest with you about the finals. Okay, all those people that advanced are really good close friends of mine. The person that actually ended up winning was Al Gonzalez.
Yeah, he's funny. He's funny.
He won the whole entire thing.
But
I think I did better than him at the semifinals. And I promise you, I wonder if he will admit that. I should have advanced to the actual finals, but the reason why I can accept it is because I think Al is a way better comic than me. Mm-hmm. I think he did good in the finals. Like he did the best in the finals. So, but I know for sure that night I should have advanced. I did better than 2 other people, but
I mean, you came out there and you came out there with a punch. And
I wasn't booty hurt though. No. You know what I mean? I was excited to make it to the semifinals. That was enough for me.
And is that the first time you advanced that far or tried that competition?
I advanced before, but it was the way how I was advancing was crazy.
Why? What made it crazy?
That shit was crazy, dog. I'm not a contest dude.
Really? Yeah. You're not a contest dude, but yet you're doing culture essays contests?
We've talked about this before. We know that's not like a real thing. We're voted from our grandma's device. We're going to Renter Center. Hey, I want to check out y'all's laptop. I'm thinking about using a laptop. Let me see how it gets on the internet. Go to cultureessay.com. It's not a real contest.
Yeah, I know. I even posted that. Like, I posted hey, I know, because I've gotten a couple of messages I don't want to sign up. I want to vote, but I don't want to sign up. I'm like, no, you don't have to vote. So I put it on the post, it's no sign up required. Just click and vote. That's it. All you got to do is just click and vote.
Oh, I didn't think about that. I should have posted that,
And then
because I don't vote a lot of times, so I don't feel like filling out no paperwork.
Yeah. And then the other half of the time, my friends are asking me, what's the name of your podcast? I'm like, really? I got it all posted.
The experimental
Primal
Texas
experiment. It's Primal Texan experiment.
That's too long.
Nah. PTE.
There you go. That's it right there.
PTE. Man, I was looking at maybe doing some T-shirts, but I saw
you should.
They're expensive. Even one color, just making it a solid, faded out color on a T-shirt, it's still expensive.
You gotta find the right wholesaler.
Well, I was looking online, thinking that'd be cheaper, but I might check out some of these local T-shirt makers, see what they say. But it's rough. It's tough. You got any gigs that are coming up anytime soon?
I'm gonna be at the Improv Comedy Club next week from the 28th through the 31st. It's gonna be pretty live, man. You should come out, bring a date. You get to really see me perform because contests don't really count.
Yeah, because you're really rushing because they only give you 6 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk to you before the show.
Yeah,
I can talk to you. These are regular shows that I'll be doing, and I'll be able hey. I was in my zone. The contest is not stand-up comedy. let's be real. The person that gets screwed is the first person that goes on
Oh yeah,
stage.
yeah.
That person gets screwed the most.
Because the audience isn't in the mood yet. We just barely getting our drinks.
Yeah, we don't always have comedy contests, but it's just I would like to see my 5 minutes next to your 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Who can be more funnier in 5 minutes? So, and it helps bring in people, and they pay and buy drinks during the slow time of the month, during the slow time of the year. So
let's have a time of the year?
Let's have a contest and have the comics bring all their family and friends out.
Well, yeah,
and no one doesn't.
Money.
And then it's a contest, so you don't have to pay them. You only pay the host. Think about it. It's a smart concept.
So you're thinking about doing something like that with your business?
Nah. I'm thinking about renting out my equipment that I buy for entertainment. They don't have to use it for comedy only. I'm thinking about buying shirts, merchandise, because let's say if I want to do a low-paying gig, at least I can make my money selling shirts. Or let's say if I want to do a benefit show, that's how I give back to the community, man. And that feels really good when you can, because like I said, I'm not rich, but if I can donate my time to raise money for little animals
mm-hmm.
and or people that are sick or whatnot, whatever the benefit is. Your mom's house got on fire or something like that. We were going to raise money. Let's go have a benefit show to help get her house together. And so if I do a free show, at least I can sell shirts afterwards, or sell fidget spinners, or have my own bottled water. Like that's what I'm about to do. Like I'm very serious.
For bottled water.
Yes, I'm very, very serious. I'm about to like just any type of thing. I'm gonna try. I'm about to tap my hand into. Yeah, it might not sell, but I'm gonna have so much stuff left over that I will be able to sell them at. I do so many events.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make money. Like there's people that give me. I've sold stuff. I've sold like blank CDs. Like when I said my music, I used to be a rapper. I have my music on them, and just a regular disc after my comedy shows. People buy them. I'll tell them, hey, $2 for my CD. People giving me $20, $10.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
So, but this is like years ago. I'm trying. I didn't know. I'm doing some stuff now, and so it's time to be more professional because I'm asking for professional money. Thank you, Kim Daly. But let's see. Yeah, I got a lot of shows. I got Corpus in May 10th. I got Laredo May 11th. No, I got those dates mixed up, but I'm gonna be in there in May. Just know that. I don't think anybody in Laredo is watching right now, so I really don't care. But in June, I'm gonna try to slow down on comedy and focus on doing some other stuff. Like I want to tap into just other arenas, challenge myself. Like go.
Well, how was it in New York? How was that audience when you're telling your joke in New York?
I did my edgiest material. I got a lot of fucked up material, bro. Like you probably wouldn't like me once you see my real material.
I don't care, dude.
But I did a lot of my edgier stuff in New York, and they loved it. I fell in love with Harlem. I performed off of Broadway. Well, I performed on Broadway at the Carolines on Broadway.
Hey, and you can say that now. You can use that.
I asked several people. They said Carolines on Broadway is a Broadway house. This is coming from the manager, so I can now say I officially performed on Broadway.
There you go, man. You're a Broadway star, comic star, but you're on Broadway.
And I got paid. That's the most important. I got proof that I got paid.
You got that W-9 form.
I got the W-9 form. I got the video proof. Dog, man, you got to do it for the haters, man. They're the best motivation. There's someone hating on you right now.
Really? Because I haven't gotten any hate.
They're hating on the sideline.
Hating on the sideline.
Sometimes when I see you doing your thing, sometimes, how's that little podcast thing going? Sometimes that's disrespectful.
Actually,
what do you mean that little podcast thing? You know what I mean?
I wish someone would say that to me, but yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna get mad.
Every now and then I get someone that says, "How's that comedy thing going?" Or someone say, "Hey, I want to introduce you to Clifton. He's one of our up and coming comedians." That pisses me off. I don't say nothing, but it just pisses me off when someone says,
"Up and coming."
He's one of our up and coming comedians. No, I'm already here.
I've been here.
Yeah,
I've
like
been doing this.
I don't think you understand. I know I know some people don't understand that. Like, that's why I don't correct people. But yeah, I get pissed off when someone says, he's up and coming. He's one of our local comedians. I'm a professional. I'm a professional. Like, I've done professional shit.
Yeah,
like, I've been on TV.
Private gigs. You do private corporate gigs.
Yeah,
and you go on TV.
I'm a professional,
and
so I actually am a comedian, and I happen to be from San Antonio. If anything, I'm a local celebrity. But like, once again, I know it sounds cocky. It sounds like I'm not humble, but it's just.
Well, what is being humble?
Being humble is letting other people praise you. Being humble is not even taking low. Like, you know what I mean?
Taking the lows with the highs.
Like, what if? How would you? Okay, what if I? You approached me about the podcast. Wouldn't you look at me different if I was like, man, you're not coming correct? You know what I mean?
Nah,
like,
I'd just be like,
where's your website? Where's this? Where's that? You don't have all this.
I would take that in. I would be like, well,
I can't do your podcast, bro.
Yeah, I'd be like, all right, well, I'll work on it. I'll come back to you at a later time. I'll make it so that way I'll get you on this
because there's gonna come a time where this podcast is really, really gonna take off, and I'm gonna be like, hey, man, can I get on the podcast?
And then I'll be like, can I get on the podcast?
Can I get on the podcast? And you're gonna be like, I gotta schedule in, bro. It's really taking off, and I'm constantly busy. We're booked up 6 months in advance. But because I made time for you, you're going to be like, well, he was one of my first guests, and he did help pop this thing off and share the stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. Not too many people that's actually been on my show has done that. So, you know what? I guess I could squeeze you in. No, because a lot of people have taken off doing this, and
I mean, if it takes off, that'd be great.
No, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And artists fall off all the time. I remember there was I'm not going to say the name, but there was this one artist that he was big at one time. He's not big no more, but he did an interview with these vloggers, and those vloggers are now big time vloggers now, and they're able to help him now.
Oh, yeah. Well, did you hear about that one...
Hey, Mom, you're on speaker.
Oh, I am.
What up?
So, I'm calling because I'm still working on my business. When you set up my Gmail, living like 11 at 30.
Sorry about that little important call. Never interfere with family.
Set it up, or that's just what you made up?
That's just what I made up.
Oh, so it's not a real one?
Yeah, it's not an actual email address. I just put that for the card.
Okay.
I was giving you an example of what your stuff should look like.
I left it on there, so I have to create it because that's what's on my card.
That's funny.
So that's good. Okay, you look good on Facebook. Bye.
Bye-bye. In the middle of a live video.
It's all good.
But yeah, it was a pleasure working with you. I hope you edit that part out. It was.
Nah, it's staying in there, man. It's live. It's staying in there.
We're keeping it real.
Yeah, keeping it real. It's no hiding anything.
Is that a fan or what?
Yeah, but no, I fixed it so that way that all the audio, any background noise or any even fan noises, the software just cancels it out.
Well, it was a pleasure being on your show, sir.
Well, thank you for coming on, Cliff. Thanks for coming on. Have you on maybe later on. Likes. All right, guys. Thanks for joining in. Yeah. Tune in next time for the next live podcast. Don't know when it's going to be. I'll let you know over Facebook, Instagram, and all that. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Take it easy out there. Be nice to one another. Bye.